For hundreds of lifetimes, you have perceived the world through your individual experiences. This has been happening for so long that now you believe it is true. The truth is that it has always been the source perceiving the world through all its veiled manifestations of thought. So there is no I, and we're going to be flying through these really fast because we're going to do an exercises, not a lot of discourse and stuff like that. So the next one is the objective world. I have just said that this is not real. But for me to negate its existence would be ridiculous because we're all looking at it. And let me rephrase that. The source is looking at it through 14, 15 illusory veiled manifestations of thought that believe they're people. And so through the veiled manifestation of thought over there, it's perceiving it from this direction. And from the veiled manifestation of thought over here, it's perceiving it from this direction. But it is simply the source perceiving this. But this is not real. It too is simply a thought within your mind. But it does exist. This gets into the sixth of the mystic seven, neither affirmation or negation. It is not real, but it does exist. So if I say that this is real, I am affirming something. This is a bowl. It is made of metal, and every time I hit it, it will make a sound. I am affirming something. But if I am coming from a higher state of consciousness, where I say, no, this is not a bowl. This is an illusion. It is simply a thought within my mind. So I'm affirming that that's a bowl, and if I hit it. So from a higher state, I say, no, it's not. It's simply a thought within the mind of God. It is an illusion, but it does exist. There's a huge difference between those two things. Because if I believe it's real and it's a bowl, and I hit it with this, that's all it can do. That's the only thing this poor little bowl can do, is sit there patiently waiting for me every day to go and tap it so it can make its beautiful sound. But I know that that is not what this is. And at any time, this manifestation of thought can do anything it wants. In fact, I was just talking to a lady about it just now. I think it was Mary Ann. Sorry. I'm looking out and y'all are Mary Ann now. I was telling Mary Ann that this bowl can see. It is watching you at this very moment. You do not believe that, I bet. I bet there's not a single one of you in this room that believes that this bowl is watching you. It is. The same as this stick is watching you, this wall is watching you, these lights, every single particle, every atom, every molecule, every element in this room is watching you. Because you do not need eyes as God to see. When you die, there's no such thing as death. When you die and you go to the astral plane and you're talking to your master and evaluating your life here, will you see? Will you be standing before your master, your guide, or looking back at your life? There will be people around you. You will see things. When you sleep at night, do you have dreams? Do you see at night? Or is it just black? No, you see at night. In both of these situations, you do not have eyes. God does not need eyes to see. And if God doesn't need eyes to see, it can see with everything. I told Mary Ann one of my favorite koans in the book is, what does a raindrop see when it falls from the sky? It is so beautiful to go through that. A couple weeks ago, we had a workshop, and I really, really went into that. It was an infinity workshop. And so what we saw when the raindrop fell was one raindrop went, hey, look, I'm falling. And it looked at all the other raindrops, and it was looking down at the ground, and it was having a great time, knowing that it was going to merge with the ocean and become one with the source again. The raindrop next to it, it thought it was really a raindrop, and it was screaming all the way down, going, wah, thinking it was going to die as soon as it hit the ground. And then all the infinite other raindrops are all having different experiences because they all have different perceptions of who they are and what they're doing. But they're all looking around, watching themselves as they fall, because the source does not need eyes to see. So part of this workshop, obviously, is to break down some of your concepts and ideas of who you are. Because if we can break down your concepts of who you are and who your family is and who your boss is and what cars are and what wealth is, then it's easier to let go of those attachments to them.